Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your girl, Wicked Raider 22, coming at you with another update. Just one of those things to kind of keep in mind, but another video that's actually based off of a comment that was posted in the clan chat. So you see videos pretty often that talk about game-changing moments, things that you did, champions you acquired that absolutely changed your account or has had a lingering impact on your accounts. Well, this video is going to kind of be the opposite of that. So these are areas that I have unlocked in the game that actually did not have the greatest impact on my account that I thought they would have. Like, I was so excited, really motivated, but I can't say that I've just been absolutely blown away. And I know the red dots will always take you to a place. So we're going to do a little bit of working through, and I'll do some random gameplay as you guys see me go through as well. Also, you're going to notice that I will buy a shield guard, a sniper. I know sometimes I don't need them. I can't even, enhance that champion anymore, but it's habit. So area number one, I unlocked the gem mine. I unlocked the gem mine a couple of weeks ago on this particular account because I wanted to know what it felt like. Like, would it be worth it to absolutely unlock the gem mine? And keep in mind, you're going to put in 500 gems to unlock the mine. Right now, I'm level 1. So production is every 4 hours and 48 minutes. So basically, every 5 hours, I am mining out this gem. Time until it's full, you get about 5 gems per day. If you think about it, on average, you're looking at 35 gems per week. Guys, you start multiplying and we're going weeks and weeks and weeks. It's going to take you a couple of months to earn your money back from the gem mine. The gem mine, in my opinion, is an area that's set up for those people that anticipate being long-term game players. I'll say this again. Long-term game players. The average player so far within Raid Shadow Legends is roughly 3 months. So if I can get you over that 3-month hump, it's a little bit different, but for a lot of people, they've gone in, they've done a couple of levels, participated in a few championships, maybe a little clan v clan here and there, and it's okay, but it's not life-changing. And so their activity level begins to wane. And it's something that if you are a part of a clan, if you're the leader of that clan, you'll definitely notice that you have some members that are tried and true, and you also have a percentage of your clan that will have or experience turnover as you go through. Not uncommon at all. So the gem mine, do I regret investing that 500? It's one of my earlier videos as I started this particular account. I can't say I regret it. I do pull those 5 gems because production in essence stops whenever you aren't going in to claim those 5 gems. Those 5, honestly, it's sometimes they're a clutch. They come in and help you just when you need it. There are other moments where honestly, I barely notice if the 5 are available or if they are not. Would I do it again on my pay-to-play account? The answer is no. I probably would. The length of time it takes me to make back that investment, you can take your gem mine up to 3 levels. So you can invest almost 1,500 gems. And don't forget, guys, when you first start your account, this is huge. Absolutely huge. Like, you will go through and have more gems than you've ever known what to do with. You can't figure out why so many people are like, hold on to gems. Gems, silver, and energy are everything. Like, you will learn that the gem count will decrease sharply, especially I think after you're about 20 levels or so in. They become a lot more scarce. It takes a lot of them if you are refreshing certain areas. I've seen people actually unlock the market and they go in and start just auto refreshing, and don't do it. Don't do it in arena. Don't do it for the market. Just walk away. Those 5, 10, 15 gems will turn into 30, 40, 60 gems, and you will look up and will have spent an entire amount that you probably didn't want to spend. As you move through the game, you are going to notice that you will use quite a few of your gems in this area. I have had to go back in and purchase banners. I normally get these from chest or from other quests that I've done throughout the day. I also use a small shard pack, which is probably my number one pack to pull right before events. So every time I make the 270, it's just kind of one of the things I'm doing right now to kind of see which champions I pull. So that's the mine. Take it or leave it. Let me know how you feel. Here is the other area that I unlocked and thought was going to be so life-changing. It is the Altar of Souls. Altar of Souls, I believe, will open around level 42 or so. Guys, where do we start? There are easily over 1,000 champions in this game. I would not be shocked. There are champions I've never heard of. There are champions I hear so much about that I do not have access to. There are so many champions that should just absolutely have a stamp across their picture that says pay to play or move away. I mean, it's just, you are collecting these coins, you feel like you're doing something. And honestly, these are the coins I think I started with. The likelihood, even though you have a wish list that you can create, I have pulled a total of 5 mortal stones, soul stones, since this area of the game even, started. I have not awakened a single champion on this account. Not one. I've even trimmed this account down, just kind of looking at that top with 15 champs. This bottom 3 is kind of negotiable. All of these 3 bad boys are, vaulted anyway. None of these champions. You can go in and make a wish list and increase yourself by 2 times. You guys can see the people who I have pulled so far. None of these, which I currently have. You have your Mystic Market, which this is one of those moments. This is kind of what you see a lot. You're either buying your Immortal Soul Essence, if you're not going to the tower, which we're going to talk about that in a second, or you are collecting coins. And honestly, the only thing you can really do with it is go buy Immortal Stones. Yay, I purchased them. But if I go back and start to open things, it's not exciting. So say we go in, we're going to use our 10,000 silver and we're going to do a summons. I get excited. I see epic. And guess what? I don't have the champion. Not even close. The amount of chance that is still involved with Altar of Souls, even though this is one of those areas, hey, at least we got a Galette. This is one of those areas that was rolled out amazingly. I love the YouTube videos to set it up. I love the way that it was explained. I've had this champion Marauder before. I don't think I still have him. Your wish list is still there. And I'll go in and, hey, I'll put these 2 on my wish list. You're only putting in a few because I don't have a lot that fall into this category, to be honest. So I'll put these 3 guys in on my wish list. And then rares. It's nice that it kind of separates it out for you. I'll probably go with these 3 on rares just to see if I get a better chance. It gives you a 2x chance, not a 20, not a 10. And guys, there are a lot of champions. The other thing is, if you're not getting Eternal Soul Stones, you're getting up there with a bigger chance of doing 5 to 6 star. You're just here and it's extremely random. It's not going to be the biggest life-changing moment overall. You can sell these and get a decent return on them, but by far, the Altar of Souls rank right behind the mine. Is another area. It was a lot of thought, you can tell, went into it, but it wasn't the most life-changing point of the game. It's so far made no impact on this account because, number one, though I have gone in and completed a few competitions, I haven't been able to pull what I need for the champions that I actually have. Now, here's another area, an area that is often forgotten. Guardian Ring is another one. Guardian Ring is one of those. In the very beginning, I have that first slot. I was really motivated on some of my accounts to open up the second and third slot. I was going to keep these areas filled with champions at all times, rotate them. I have not dived into faction guardians. I haven't figured out the empowering systems with duplicate champions. I haven't played with the unbinding of champions, and I am absolutely, positively not in love with Token Trader, which to even get to the Token Trader, you're unbinding champions, which you would have to do a little bit more work in. And to be honest, these 6 champions have absolutely not changed. It's the number one complaint I think I've seen so many people talk about, but these never ever change. And if I was ever interested, I would probably be somewhere on this bottom line. But honestly, 3,000 to 4,000 tokens seems like a lot. In the beginning, you will keep that area full at all times. It will absolutely be rocking the entire time. As you continue through the game, honestly, it becomes less and less important to you. It becomes less valuable. I now find myself putting in champions. I have no reason to 6-star a Death Knight. None. I'm literally going to 6-star him just because. Just because I want him to sit on my account, nicely ascended, just boom, put it right next to Ultimate Death Knight, but other than that, these are champions that they have very specific purposes. That 30 minutes moving them one level, I'll probably still be online on this account. But if not, you won't really think about it. Compared to how I first started, when my Guardian Ring remained full at all times, every login, every time. This is now an area that I 100% have walked away from. And I can't say that I've felt the impact on my game either. So we start with the mind. We did Altar of Souls. We hit Guardian Ring. Guys, it's going to be one more area. And I really, really hate to do this one. Let's hit the back end of this Altar of Souls. When you have unlocked Iron Twins Fortress, Iron Twins Fortress was rolled out as if it was going to have the same impact of going through a keep or even other portions of the dungeon. It was one of those where I was really convinced if I'm able to get in and to get to a high enough level, I can power myself through. And I will tell you guys, number one, absolutely not. Even in my most advanced accounts, I think I have just made it to level 5. And what made me just kind of gloss over the difficulty of this particular area, I am watching creators that this dungeon have been open maybe a week, maybe 3-4 days, and they were already stage 14, 15. Can we say done? Can we just absolutely say done? And guys, when I say heavy hitters, I love Ash Shadow Raid Legends. I love some Hell Hades. Those are probably my top 2 creators I watch on a regular basis. There's a guy named Chaos I really enjoy. There are a couple of gamers that are really into it. They have literally gone through, made this happen, and this section of the game was absolutely nothing for them. I will tell you now, getting your Eternal Soul Essence and really feeling like Immortal Soul Essence will be easily picked up is delusional. 90% of the time, you're going to be gaining more Mortal Soul coins, and that's it. If you look here, guys, the fact that this is all it's dropping, plus a little silver, but every time I am literally going in with a key, I always keep 6. I have my total number of keys on almost every account because it's not even the energy at this point that's getting me. It's the fact of going in and creating a team that can make some progress in this area. I haven't been motivated to do it. I have thought about it in a lot of different setups. I think there are a couple of layouts that will work better than some, but honestly, this is one of those dungeons/towers. I just have not speed tuned my teams. I haven't gone in. I don't have the Geomancers. I don't have the Unkillable teams. I don't have any other champions that you're going to hear about on a regular basis. And the amount of damage that you normally experience, especially once you make it to stage 3 and 4 in this particular dungeon, is huge. My pay-to-play account, I'm really successful. I'm a little bit more successful than the other ones, only because I have a straight reviver on the team. Now, my little dude here does a little reviving. I haven't used him in this area, to be honest. He's really good at keeping champions kind of sustained. I know Miscreated Monster, I pulled him really early on. So he's probably one of those that I want to go back in and kind of play with artifacts. The only thing that these dungeons will do, they will definitely force you to go back and take a stronger, quicker look at your champions. You guys can just see the damage he threw out. This affinity by far is like on a good day. And that's just tossing a team in to see how they would do. And I'm going to pay attention to the amount of damage they were able to accomplish and then go back in and make some adjustments. I will normally sit and play with levels of Iron Twins, but it has not become the game changer I thought it would be. In my mind, when we first started, I figured the first 5, maybe 10 levels would be pretty doable. Most of us will likely farm those first 10 levels, maybe 9 or 10, still be able to get the coins we needed and slowly start awakening champions. And so we're coming here. Gorgorab went down 4,000 in, so he's not going to be the best one to hit. Miscreated Monster is right behind him. Even the amounts of damage Flyja is putting out. So I need someone that's more on the turn with Deliana for this one. If you go back in and edit your team, let's just say I'm going to automatically take these players out. I am thinking about, let's go in with him. I might be even tempted to go there. Soban Boyer maybe, or let's try a Reliquary Tender just to see how that one does. If you are running a free-to-play account, Iron Twins is going to be one of those that, guys, it's a big one. So can I see the work that was put in, the overall goal of it? Yes. But is it one of the areas where I get really excited, like, hey, let me see what I can accomplish today in? Absolutely no. Have I ever used all 6 keys, which I know you're encouraged to do kind of daily when you're going through your 5 tournaments in arena and 5 tournaments in this? And I don't use the keys very often at all. If I found that I can run the first 2 or 3 levels, stages, and I'm good, I will honestly log in, run those, get the coins, and keep going. I may cash my coins in once or twice a month. I'm pretty sure Plarium doesn't want to hear that one, but it's kind of like the tournaments. It's kind of like the fragment events we've had so far. Since Halloween, it has been nonstop, back to back to back between tournaments, events, and summons. If you have not literally dragged out almost every resource available to you by now, your gameplay is absolutely amazing. Because for me, this has been a drainer. There have been some really good champions that have come out. There have been some I definitely wanted to get my hands on, and with that increased chance, it was tempting. There have been certain tournaments that community-wise did not go over very well, but you had a really good chance of winning only because most people weren't participating. And this is where it gets really, really rough. When this guy does that increased damage and goes in and ignores unkillable, like huge. Deliana is only hitting 139,000 units of damage. Guys, Ultimate Death Knight is literally not even hitting 9,000. Like, that's a big one. He's been outscored by Reliquary Tender. How? Just how? And you're looking at the difference between these champions, but how? Like, how much time would you actually spend? And this is stage 1. So it's one of those. There can be, if we used to really think like Fire Knight was going to be the hardest, but guys, even with Fire Knight, when you start working down, my times aren't the most beautiful. And I've told you guys on so many occasions, you start hitting level 8, 9, 10, 11, you are rethinking how you're putting your teams together. But where they're starting at level 95, like this is where Iron Twins starts. So if you aren't comfortably hitting your dungeons level 10 to 15 easily, there are maybe 1 or 2 affinities for Iron Twins that are doable. They're absolutely doable. So those are my top four areas of the game, which I thought would be game changing, but turned out not to be as game changing as possible. Again, Gem Mine, Altar of Souls, Iron Twins, and even the Guardian Ring. Let me know, are you guys still diving into these areas? Is it where you log in and kind of participate on a daily basis? Are these areas of the game that are slowly being neglected? Tell me how you feel, what you're working on, and rolling into the new year. Do you plan on making more usage of these areas, or will this be those parts where every now and then you may check in, but that's about all that you have? If you don't have a clan, of course, 22WK, we have slots available. Would love to have you guys join in on the fun. Of course, CBC rolls around every 2 weeks. So I think it's the first full week in December. We should be rolling into another Clan v Clan. So join the fun. If you have any questions, comments, be sure to leave those for me. I will definitely make a video and we can make a connection. Happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.